What's up, guys?
Week 2 already.
Week 2, baby. It's here.
Already.
I know you guys saw the news about JuJu. Obviously, unfortunate for us. He's been battling like crazy from last year, and to come back this year and to have what happened to him again is a tough deal. So thoughts for him, because I know, he's been battling like crazy. So ready when you guys are.
What, if any?
Come on now.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Silence.
Patch her in.
Still love you.
What, if any, advice or words did you have for JuJu in the wake of this?
I think, you guys heard me say this, like in life, adversity happens. It's how you fight through that adversity, get back from it. To have it happen to him again the second year, just keep fighting, man. There's going to be light at the end of the tunnel when this thing's all said and done. But just keep, the right spirits, the right attitude, right mindset to get through this, challenging time and come back stronger.
Will DeForest Buckner practice today?
He will not.
Shane, what stands out to you about Green Bay now? New defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think the edge rushers, Smith and Gary, are really good players. Quay Walker's a really good player inside, very active, runs around, makes a lot of plays. Alexander, the corner, is a good player. McKinney's a good player. Bowler, the draft pick from Georgia. So you can see they fly around. They play with a lot of effort and energy. So it'll be a hell of a challenge. Obviously, their home opener going to Green Bay, but one we're looking forward to for sure. And then offensively, running back's a really good player, as we know, with Jacobs, and they got speed on the outside with Watson and Dobbs and Reed. So it'll be good, though. I know our guys are fired up to go into Lambeau for sure.
What's the outlook on Downs and Matt Gaver today?
Downs will practice in a limited role, and Matt will be good to go. Yeah.
What do you know about just Matt LaFleur? I don't know if your paths have crossed a whole lot, but just with him going through, he doesn't know who the quarterback's going to be this week, just his ability to kind of navigate that as a coach.
Well, if you look at what he's done in Green Bay, his history, he's had a lot of success. Obviously, going from Rodgers, he was a hell of a player, and then Love had a ton of success, last year at the end of the year, and obviously, week 1. I think he does a really good job of adapting to his players. So whoever's out there, whether Love plays or Malik plays, we just got to be ready for either one.
You said Matt is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked about Love, but there's pretty chance they're going to probably be shorthanded. What is your message, though, to your team as you get ready for week 2, going in that situation?
Well, I think the biggest thing is win the football game. That's number one. That's goal number one, is win the football game. But I think we got to handle the noise, in Lambeau offensively, be all over that. And then week in and week out, right? It's limited explosive plays. We got to create explosive plays, and then we got to go in there and play smart, tough football, and go compete our tails off. Is the message.
Shane, about the explosives, you obviously there was a lot of attention on Anthony's first touchdown to Alec Pierce last week, understandably. What's the challenge for both you and players to continue to be explosive when everyone in the world now knows that you have that capability?
Yeah, I think you got to take your shots when they're there. Going forward, depending on how teams are playing you defensively, whether they're in a deeper shell, being smart with that. If you got them, take them. If not, you got to be able to check the football down and keep the ball rolling. So I think week in and week out, schematically, we got to, be able to adjust on the sidelines on how they're playing those things.
Shane, with JuJu out, what kind of opportunity does that present for the rest of the room, particularly when it comes to Dallas Bobs?
Yeah, no doubt. I think in this league, it's next man up. And I got a full faith and confidence in every single person in that room, and Dallas and signing Sam Womack and those guys. I think, they got a great opportunity in front of them, and I got full faith and belief in those guys for sure.
Sam's not really like what Gus normally looks for on the outside. Do you guys think he can play out there if needed?
Yeah, I think he can play. He's played a lot of football, obviously, in San Francisco, and I think he's got, he's a savvy veteran guy that, has seen, a good amount of football. So I think he can play wherever we need him to play.
Is using Kenny outside a consideration at all, or would you rather? Well, I said consideration.
Everything's a lot.
Does it add more to Kenny's plate, though, maybe, because he's the...
Yeah, no, but I think Kenny's a veteran guy that's been around it a long time. You know what I mean? He's played a lot of football, so wherever that goes, yeah.
Shane, I know we talked about a lot this offseason. Ultimately, why didn't you guys make any DB moves, free agent-wise, throughout the offseason?
Well, I think when you look at it, we felt good about the room. We did. We got young guys, right, obviously, and we have full faith and confidence in those guys, and they got to go play. You know what I mean? Those young guys got to go play in this league, and that's how you develop as a player. So that's where we're at with it.
Was there concern over JuJu's injury history?
No, I mean, shoot, he came back from it, and you know, unfortunately, he got hurt again. So that was just a tough break. You know, you can't predict injuries. You know, just part of football.
Obviously had a lot of opportunities for big plays on Sunday. When you went back and looked at them, what did you see from wide receivers?
Our guys obviously, shoot, I thought they did a good job of really getting open. Obviously, you saw the Alec one, you saw AD get open on a few, so a lot of winners on those guys on the outside, which is obviously huge for us going forward.
You're able to get, Josh Downs back whenever he does come back. How does he kind of help add to that room? Maybe he's a guy who can, get the completion percentage up and maybe stabilize a little bit.
Yeah, no, obviously he does a great job in our intermediate concepts, and obviously he's hit some big ones like he did last year, but he's a hell of a football player. So hopefully he's good to go this week, and he'll definitely help us move forward for sure.
You took the ball, started the game. How much of that is a week-to-week decision, and how much of that is just you?
A little bit of it's feel, to be honest. I felt good about taking it to start. We'll see. I'll make that decision here at the end of the week probably, what we want to do.
Shane, I know we talked about this a little on Monday, but Anthony in general, what do you hope to see from him this week compared to what you saw from him this past week?
I think it's just keep taking the next step, right? You create these explosive plays, and then obviously had a couple misses. Like let's freaking hit those ones this week and get him rolling. But I thought he did shoot a lot of really good things last week. I mean, obviously it was a good start coming back from his injury. So just that growth week in and week out to keep taking that next step.
When he's able to hit the throw like that one Alec Pierce on just the second drive, do you sense like a lift from him? Does that help get him going?
Oh, I think it gets any player going. When you hit a big play like that, it gets the sidelines going, it gets the whole team going. Those big plays obviously help, quarterback for sure get going.
How much of aggressiveness with a quarterback is this mentality? Because it does seem like he has that mentality.
Yeah, no doubt. He's definitely got it. You saw it at the end of the game, fourth down, got to have it situation, and he willed his way in there, which was great to see. But he's got that mentality about him that I love. Players love it. Shoot, when they did that, I mean, the players were like, oh yeah, like that's freaking big time, and that's what we need out of him in those got to happen situations. But I thought he did a really good job too of taking care of himself on some of those runs, getting down. He had a third down scrimmage, trying to slide. So we just keep going, keep progressing that way.
But even as it relates to like taking shots, I know you drawing them up.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, like he's not shy about it, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's
no
like
doubt.
he's looking for it.
Well, yeah, no, he's got the arm to do it. So
Sure.
It's like, shoot, if you got a chance to go launch one, let's go ahead and do it. But if it's not there, obviously check it down and play the next play.
On that ball to Alec, him locating the ball, Alec, like the default, it's in and out of the shadows.
Yeah.
He doesn't break stride. What have you seen just his knack as a deep ball catcher and how successful he is there?
Well, it's been really good. We talked about it at the training camp. It kind of carried over. I remember that one he hit, and then the one he hit down late in the game a little bit. When that ball was up in the air in my head, I was like, here we go, it's training camp. Like, come on, make it, boom, and he did. And I think that's the progression you need. He's going into year 3, obviously, and making those contested catches, tracking the ball down the field. He's definitely growing in that area for sure. We need to continue that.
When you have, obviously you guys have hit the ones to AD, but when you have AD open on a couple of those deep balls, and then Alec catches a couple of them, how much does that help you guys from the standpoint of the opposing team can't focus on one of them? Like if we just take one of them away, we get rid of the explosives.
It's a fair question, and I agree with you. That's what I'll say.
And we know that AD, he was telling us like he never wants to be like that voice and the quarterback said like, hey, you missed me or I could have scored, whatever. What have you seen from him from a maturity standpoint and how he's just handled some of these things?
I think it's huge. You know what I mean? Obviously, he knows it's going to come around. Like this game, it'll come around. You know what I mean? You keep working, keep grinding. Like who knows whose week it's going to be this week? You know what I mean? You just keep going through the process, and week in and week out, it could be a different receiver. It could be a tight end. It could be JT's day. I mean, you never know. But he's got a great mindset about himself early on as a rookie, and we just got to continue that growth for sure.
Alec talked in camp about wanting to make an impact on days where maybe he didn't get those deep balls. Like if the ball didn't come to him, 30, 40 yards downfield. What about his training camp gives you confidence that if those shots aren't there, he can still make an impact on this offense?
Yeah, no, that's a fair question. I think he's done a great job in that other area too of his game, not only the deep shots but the intermediate stuff. He made some plays last year for us, and I can tell. Obviously, we're going into week 2. We got a long season ahead of us, but not only the deep ball threats with all those guys, the intermediate stuff and his development in that area will be big moving forward.
Shane, Alec Pierce told us that E.J. Montgomery actually told him, hey, you're going to score this week. He said it on the sideline. I believe it was Michael Pittman that told Doolin, hey, you're going to get a touchdown in this one. how much are you seeing those guys within the room hype each other up? They're not calling their own shots, they're calling teammate shots.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. That camaraderie, that's a tight-knit group in there, in that receiver room. And to have that stuff come to fruition with those guys talking and out, you know, and Doolin getting his shot and Alec getting his shot and those guys loving it for those guys and being excited, it's just pretty fun to see.
Okay, a couple more.
Rush defense is gonna be a big focus for you guys, and obviously with the backup quarterback, they're likely gonna blow to Josh a lot. What do you hope to see from your defense when it comes to stopping the run that didn't necessarily happen in that first game?
Yeah, I think it's really not giving up the big runs. You know what I mean? Don't give up the big runs in the run game. Limit the explosives in the run game. I mean, they're going to get yards running the football. Everyone gets yards running the football, but don't give up the big ones. Make sure we're, you know, sound in our fits and get off the ball for sure.
Shane, what is it? I know we talked a lot about AR, like forgetting against our guys or whatever. How quickly does he forget like great ones too? Because I see him like rage out after he scores, and it's like he mellows out super quick.
I'll tell you what, he is phenomenal on the sideline. Just talking to those guys, quarterbacks, Jim Bob down there with them. I mean, he is smooth, mellow. He has that next play mentality, and that's what you want in a quarterback. Good, bad, it don't matter. You make a big play, like, come on, let's go next drive. So he's been phenomenal on the sidelines, and he's definitely got that next play mentality.
Shane, with
All right,
Josh,
last one.
what do you need to see from Josh this week that leads you to think he's good to go for Sunday?
I mean, see how he runs out there and see how he's catching it and see how he's feeling, really. You know, we'll talk to him, get his feeling on it, see how he feels.
All right, good.